Hello there and welcome to a new makeup video. Today I want to try out the Animal Crossing makeup blend from Colourpop. I purchased the Isabelle or 5-star item palette, the What a Hoot palette and the Flower Tender blush powder. Yeah, and I want to see what kind of looks I can do with it on my Monolids. At the same time, I want to test out this peach sea lipstick I got from YesStyle. Thank you so much, YesStyle. This is the only sponsored item and all the other products in this video are bought by myself. If you like shopping on YesStyle, make sure to use my reward code LEANONMEX3 in combination with my reward link. I will put down the link in the info box. That way you get extra discount and you can support me a little bit. In addition, you can use other promotion codes that are currently offered by YesStyle for even more discount. And now let's start doing our makeup. At first, I'm applying my favorite cushion foundation. This one is really nice for dry skin because it has a dewy finish. Because the color tone fits really well with my skin, I've stuck to it for years. But unfortunately, my skin is especially dry today that even the cushion can't hide it. Next, I use a concealer for extra coverage in some places. I'm using the cushion applicator to blend it into the skin. For tiny red spots, I'm applying it with my fingers so that I don't take too much coverage away. To prep my eye area, I'm applying an eyeshadow primer on the lid and all around the eyes. After that, I'm filling up my brows with the brow pencil, and sometimes I go in with a spoolie to soften up the strokes. Is it even? Pretty much, I guess. Now I'm using a grayish brown shadow to contour my nose bridge. I'm starting carefully at the brow heads and spreading the shadow down to the left and right side of my nose tip and applying some more shadow underneath the nose tip to make it appear a little bit pointier. First, I'm testing out the 5-star Island palette. With a fluffy brush, I'm spreading the matte coral color all over the lid. It's very pigmented and left a lot of fallout. You actually just need to dip the brush very carefully into the powder to get enough pigments. Now I'm taking a flat brush and applying this yellow shimmer shadow to the inner half of my lids. Applied on the eyes, it doesn't look that yellow how I would have expected it. Because it reflects the light in a cool tone, it kind of neutralizes each other. With the darker shadow, I broadly underline the outer half of my bottom lash line and blending it inwards. I'm also shading the inner corners of the lid. With this chunky glitter, I'm highlighting my tear bags. For that, I'm using my finger again to avoid that the glitter flies everywhere. But you could also use a tiny flat brush and damp it a little bit before dipping it into the glitter. Using the matte coral shadow again to accentuate the eye bags by applying it underneath them. Now I'm using this pencil liner to draw a thin straight winged line. Just recently I bought a bunch of new lashes because the Japanese lashes I usually use are sold out. Now I'm trying these out for the first time. The lash band is thicker and stiffer than I'm used to, what makes it a little bit harder to work with because it won't always stick on the corners, but I still like the look of them. When applying the glue, I make sure to cover up the upper surface of the lash band as well as the underside. Because you often have the problem with monolids that the hooded lid or puffy lid pushes the lashes down, the glue on top helps that the lashes stay upwards. That's why I always push them a little bit up before the glue has completely dried down. A tweezer helps me a lot with the precise application and also to press the real lashes together with the false lashes. With the glue on the bottom side of the lash band, the real lashes are able to stick to the false lashes. Here I decided to put some more of the yellow shimmer shadow on the center of my eyelids to give it more plasticity. To cover up the glue residues, I'm using a small brush and applying a dark shadow on top of these places. You can also use the eyeshadow to correct the eyeliner at some spots. I think lashes open up the eyes a lot, whether you curl them or using false lashes. Lately I like to use false lashes because my lash roots start to hurt when I curl them too much or too often. For the last step on the eyes, I'm applying waterproof mascara, especially where the false lashes transition into the real ones. Here I had to quickly touch up some of the foundation because of the fallout. For the bottom lashes, I'm using a mascara with a slimmer applicator just for more precision. And this one is almost empty, while I use it sparingly and only use it for the bottom lashes. Now I'm using the Flower Tender blush, which is slightly glittery, and applying it to the apple of the cheeks and blending it out towards the cheekbones. I'm also applying some above and around the nose tip for a cuter look. For the lips, I'm testing out this peachy lipstick I got from YesStyle. Since it's a coral color, it should match to the eye makeup. I'm applying the lipstick roughly on my lips and then smudging out the lines for a natural, soft lip look. At the Cupid's bow, I do smudge it over the natural lip line. Although this is a matte lipstick, it doesn't feel dry. It almost has a silky feeling. I can imagine this color to be suitable for a summer look, or I think it will look great with a really minimal eye makeup. But still, there are also other colors in this lipstick line. I noticed that I forgot to add some highlighter on the nose and cheeks how I would usually do, but we still have a second makeup look. Overall, this look is really peachy pink, maybe a little bit too pink for my personal taste, but I hope you like it nevertheless. As you might have noticed, I really love Animal Crossing, and this year I started to draw some of the Animal Crossing characters and decided to sell prints of them on Etsy. Maybe there is something for you. I appreciate every single support. There are still new illustrations that will be listed in the future, so stay tuned. But now let's move on with the makeup. I was a little bit lazy and just removed the lip color and the eye makeup, put in some brown contacts and left on the false lashes. I'm reapplying some foundation at the under eye area that I just washed off, and I'm continuing with the What the Hood palette, which consists of 4 different brown shades. To start with, I'm using this matte, light, sandy orange shadow. As the other shadows, you just need to dip in the brush very gently, otherwise it can leave a lot of fallout. But I'm pleasantly surprised that most of them blend very easily. With a smaller brush, I'm also applying the same shade under the bottom lash line and under the tear bag. With a dark brown matte shadow, I'm shading the whole eyelid and just try to build up a darker color close to the lash line with the gradient upwards to the light orange color. Surprisingly, the shadow was quite difficult to blend. The texture and pigmentation strangely differs from the others. With this copper-colored glitter shadow, I'm highlighting the center of the eyelid. And with the lighter and chunkier gold-brown glitter shadow, I'm highlighting my tear bags and applying it to the inner 3/4 close to the bottom lash line, and also to the inner corners of the eye. Here I'm quickly applying some highlighter to the cheeks. This time I'm going for a heavier eyeliner look. The thicker eyeliner look is my go-to look because most of the eyeliner disappears anyway with the eyes open. At least it's the case with my type of monolids. I also make sure to outline the inner corners to lengthen the eyes. At this point I just noticed that a thin eyelid fold on the left side has arisen because of the thick textured eyeliner, and I was so fascinated by that. But honestly, you can barely see it anyway. With a small flat brush and a dark eyeshadow, I soften up the harsh eyeliner border and kind of blending in the black eyeliner into the brown-orange eyeshadow. I'm touching up some of the blush and applying a warmer lip color in the same way as the previous makeup look. finish up the look, I'm using a very light cool shimmer shadow and highlight the nose tip as well as my nose bridge. And the chin. And we are done. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you like to, you can take a look at my Etsy shop, which is called Lean on Art, and I will also link it in the info box. Yeah, thank you for watching.